Welcome back, dear students, for Standard 7, Subject Mathematics. We will be doing with Chapter number 2, HCF and LCM, Module 2. My name is Ms. Jagjit Kaur. So students, before beginning with this module, let's recall what we have studied in Module 1. So we studied about prime numbers, the numbers greater than 1 and divisible only by 1, and the numbers themselves are called as prime numbers. Example 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, etc. And 2 is the only even prime number. All other prime numbers are odd numbers. Then we studied about twin prime numbers. If the difference between two co-prime numbers is 2, the numbers are said to be twin prime numbers. Then about co-prime numbers we studied. Two numbers which have only 1 as a common factor are said to be co-prime or relatively prime or mutually prime numbers. Then we studied about composite numbers. Numbers other than 1 which are not prime numbers are called as composite numbers. For example, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, etc. Then we studied how to factorize a number into its prime factor. It was a simple but important rule given by Euclid, which is often used to find the GCD or HCF and LCM of the numbers. The rule says that any composite number can be written as the product of prime numbers. Then we studied about the great mathematician Euclid. Euclid sometimes was called as Euclid of Alexandria. He was a great mathematician and also referred to as the founder of geometry or the father of geometry. Students, before beginning with the module, let us see the learning objectives. Now, in this module, we will be learning how to find the HCF, that is the highest common factor. And we will be learning how to find HCF by the division method and how to reduce to its simplest form. Students, let us see what is greatest common divisor, GCD, or we can call it as highest common factor, HCF. Now, the HCF defines the greatest factor present in between given two or more numbers. Now, even students, HCF is also called the greatest common divisor, that is GCD. Even to find HCF, we have two important methods which are prime factorization method and division method. So students, we can say that HCF, highest common factor, or GCD, greatest common divisor, as like the highest common factor or greatest common divisor of two or more positive integers when at least one of them is not 0 happens to be the largest positive that divides the numbers without a remainder. Students, let us solve with example number 1. We have the question as find the HCF of 24 and 32 by the prime factor method. Now students, in module 1, we have learned how to find the HCF in vertical arrangement as well as in horizontal arrangement. So in the same manner, in the same way, we will be finding the HCF of 24 and 32. So first we begin with 24. So 24 we will be writing on the vertical, on the right hand side of the vertical line, and we know the factors of 24 are 2 and 12. So 2 we will be writing on the left hand side and 12 we will write below 24 on the right hand side of the vertical line. Now further we have to factorize 12. Now the factors of 12 are 2 and 6. So from 2 and 6, 2 we will be writing on the left hand side of the vertical line and 6 we will write on the right hand side of the vertical line below 12. Now further we have to factorize 6. So factors of 6 are 2 and 3. So from 2 and 3 again 2 we will be writing on the left hand side of the vertical line and 3 we will write below 6 on the right hand side of the vertical line. Now 3 itself is a prime number, so the factors of 3 are 3 and 1. So we will be writing 3 on the left hand side of the vertical line and 1 we will write below 3 on the right hand side of the vertical line. So in the horizontal arrangement, we can write as 24 is equal to 4 multiplied by 6. So students, further we will factorize 4 and 6. Now the factors of 4 are 2 and factors of 6 are 2 and 3. So we will get 24 as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3. Now we'll see for 32. Again 32 we will write on the right hand side of the vertical line and factors of 32 are 2 and 16. Correct? So from 2 and 16, 2 we will write on the left hand side of the vertical line and 16 we will write below 32 on the right hand side of the vertical line. Further, 16 we have to factorize and factors of 16 are 2 and 8. So 2 we will write on the left hand side and 8 we will write below 16 on the right hand side of the vertical line. Now further we have to factorize 8. So factors of 8 are 2 and 4. So from 2 and 4 same 2 we will write on the left hand side of the vertical line and 4 we will write below 8 on the right hand side of the vertical line. Now further we have to factorize 4. So factors of 4 are 2 and 2. So from 2 and 2, 1, 2 we will write on the left hand side of the vertical line and the other 2 we will write on the right hand side of the vertical line below 4. Now we know that 2 is an even prime number. So factors of 2 are 2 and 1. So from 2 and 1, 2 we will write on the left hand side of the vertical line and 1 we will write below 2 on the right hand side of the vertical line. So in horizontal arrangement we can write 32 is equal to 8 multiplied by 4. So further we have to factorize 8 and 4. So factors of 8 will be 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 and factors of 4 will be 2 multiplied by 2. So we can write 32 as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. Now students, we will see the common factors in both the numbers 24 and 32. So with the prime factors we can see that 2 is common in 24. In the same way 1, 2 is common in 32. Again in 24 if we see 2 is common and in 32 2 is common, the second pair of 2. Then again 2 is common in 24, then 2 common in 32. So now students, the common factor of 24 and 32 occurs thrice in both the numbers. Therefore, we can write HCF as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 is equal to 8. Now why we wrote 2 thrice? Because we have the common factor as 2 which is occurring thrice in both the numbers, that is 24 and 32. Now students, we have the second example. The question is, find the HCF of 195, 312 and 546. So students, in this sum we will be writing the prime factors in the product form. So we have the prime factors of 195 as 5 multiplied by 39 and we further factorize 39 as 3 and 13. So we got the product form of the prime factors for 195 as 5 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 13. In the similar way, we will find the prime factors for 312. So we get the prime factors for 312 as 4 multiplied by 78. We'll further factorize 78 as 2 multiplied by 39. So we will be getting as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 39. And as we know that 3 and 13 are the factors of 39, so further we will be factorizing and we will get 312 is equal to 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 13. And we will be factorizing 546 and we will be getting as 2 multiplied by 273. Further, 3 and 91 are the factors of 273, so we will be getting 546 is equal to 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 91 And further, 7 and 13 are the factors of 91. So the prime factors in the product form for 546 will be 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 13. Now students, we have to see the common factors in all these three numbers. Now we see that 3 is common in all the three numbers. And along with 3, we can see that 13 is the common factor which is occurring in all the three numbers as 195, 312 and 546. So over here, the common factors 3 and 13 each occur once in all the three numbers 195, 312 and 546. Therefore, HCF will be equal to 3 multiplied by 13, that is equal to 39. Now students, we all know that if one of the given numbers is a divisor of all the others, then it is the HCF of the given number. And if no prime number is a common divisor of all the given numbers, then 1 is their HCF because it is the only common divisor. And 2 is the HCF of any two consecutive even numbers, and 1 is the HCF of any two consecutive odd numbers. Now students, let us understand how to find HCF by the division method. So we have a question in front of us. The question is, we have to find the HCF of 144 and 252. Now we have some steps for division method. Now for those steps, we have to see that which number is bigger and which number is smaller. So from 144 and 252, 144 is a smaller number and 252 is the bigger number. And over here, the first step is we will be dividing the bigger number by the smaller one. That means the 252 number will be the dividend and 144 will be the divisor. Now over here, we know that 144 ones are 144. So 1 as a question we will be writing on the right hand side of 252, and 144 we will be subtracting with 252. So the remainder which we get is 108. Now the next step is we have to divide the previous divisor by the remainder in this division. Now the previous divisor was 144. So we will be writing 144 in the dividend part. Now over here 108 will be the divisor and 144 will be the dividend. So again here we know that 108 ones are 108. So 1 we will be writing on the right hand side of 144 and 108 we will be subtracting from 144. So the remainder we get as 36. Now the third step is we will be dividing the divisor of step 2. The divisor of step 2 is 108. So we have to divide 108 by the remainder obtained in the division of step 2. Now the remainder in step 2 is 36 and the divisor of step 2 is 108. So we will be dividing 108 by 36. So we will be getting 36 3s are 108. So we get the remainder as 0. Now students, we have to continue like this till the remainder becomes 0. And even we have to keep in mind that the divisor in the division in which the remainder is 0 is the HCF of the given numbers. Now over here, the divisor in the division in which the remainder is 0 is step 3. That means the HCF will be 36. So the HCF of 144 and 252 is equal to 36. Now students, we have another example. Find the HCF of 209 and 247, and here we have to reduce to its simplest form. So we will follow all the steps for the division method. So from 209 and 247, 209 is a smaller number and 247 is the bigger number. So from 209 and 247, 209 will be the divisor and 247 will be the dividend. So we have to divide the bigger number by the smaller one. So 247 divided by 209. So we know that 209 ones are 209. 1 we will be writing on the right hand side of 247 and we will be subtracting 209 from 247. So we get the remainder as 38. Then the second step, we have to divide the previous divisor. Previous divisor means 209 by the remainder in this division. Now the remainder over here is 38. So we will be dividing 209 by 38. We know that 38 fives are 190. So we get the remainder as 19. Then again we have to divide the divisor of step 2. The divisor of step 2 is 38 by the remainder obtained in the division in step 2. So the remainder in step 2 is 19. So we will be dividing 38 by 19. We know that 19 twos are 38. So we get the remainder as 0. So again we have to continue like this till the remainder becomes 0. So over here the HCF of 209 and 247 is equal to 19. Now to reduce the number to its simplest form, we have to divide the numerator and the denominator by the HCF. Now students, here the numerator is 209 and denominator is 247. And the HCF of 209 and 247 is 19. So we will be dividing 209 by 19 and 247 by 19. And we will be getting the ratio as 11 upon 13. So the reduced form of 209 and 247 is 11 upon 13. So students, now let us do with practice set 12, which is on textbook page number 19. So the first question is we have to find the HCF. So the first numbers are 25 and 40. That means we have to find the HCF for 25 and 40. Now in solution, first we will be writing the prime factors in the product form for 25 and 40. So the prime factors for 25 are 5 multiplied by 5. And now the prime factors for 40, we know that 2 and 20 are the factors of 40. So we will be writing as 2 multiplied by 20. Further, we will be factorizing 20. We know that the factors of 20 are 2 and 10. So we can write it as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 10. Now further, 10 have to be factorized. Now we know that the factors of 10 are 2 and 5. So the product form of 40 with the prime factors will be 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5. Now students, when we see the prime factors in the product form for 25 and 40, we see that 5 is common in 25 and 40. So the common factor 5 occur once in both the numbers 25 and 40. Therefore, HCF is equal to 5. Now students, the next sum is we have to find the HCF of 56 and 32. So in the same way, we will be writing the prime factors for 56 in the product form. So we know that 56 is equal to 2 multiplied by 28. Now in the next step, we will be factorizing 28. So we know that 2 and 14 are the factors of 28. So we will be writing it as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 14. Now 14 we have to factorize again. So we know that 2 and 7 are the factors of 14. So the prime factors in the product form for 56 can be written as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 7. Similarly, we will be writing the prime factors for 32. So we know that 32 is equal to 2 multiplied by 16. Now we have to factorize 16 further. So it can be written as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 8. Again, we will be factorizing 8. We know that 2 and 4 are the factors of 8. So we can write it as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 4. Again, 4 can be factorized. So we can get the prime factors in the product form for 32 as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. Now by seeing the prime factors in the product form of 56 and 32, we can see that 2 is common in 56 and 2 is common in 32. Again, one more 2 is common in 56 and 32. Again, one more 2 is common in 56 and 32. So students, here we have 2 as common, which is occurring thrice in 56 and 32. So we can write the common factor 2 occurred thrice in both the numbers 56 and 32. Therefore, HCF will be 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, that is equal to 8. Students, now the third sum, we have to find the HCF of 40, 60 and 75. So we'll find the prime factors for 40. So we know that 40 is equal to 2 multiplied by 20, and further 20 can be factorized as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 10. Again we have to factorize 10. So we know that factors of 10 are 2 and 5. So we can write the prime factors in the product form for 40 as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5. Similarly, for 60, we know that 60 is equal to 2 multiplied by 30. So we have to factorize 30. So we are getting 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 15. Now again 15 we have to factorize. So we get the prime factors in the product form for 60 as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5. Now the last number, that is 75. So we know that 75 is equal to 3 multiplied by 25. Now further 25 is to be factorized. We know that factors of 25 are 5 and 5. So we can write the prime factor in the product form of 75 as 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. Now students, when we see the prime factors in the product form of 40, 60 and 75, we can see that 5 is common in all the three numbers, that is 40, 60 and 75. We cannot see any other prime factor which is common in all the three numbers. So the common factor 5 occur once in all the numbers 40, 60 and 75. Therefore, HCF is equal to 5. Now students, we have the next sum as we have to find the HCF of 16 and 27. So we will be writing the prime factors of 16, as we know that 16 is equal to 2 multiplied by 8. So we have to factorize 8 further, and we know that 2 and 4 are the factors of 8. So it can be written as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 4. Now further we have to factorize 4, and we know that 2 multiplied by 2 is equal to 4. So we can write the prime factors of 16 in the product form as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. Similarly, we will be writing the prime factors for 27, as we know that 27 is equal to 3 multiplied by 9, and further we have to factorize 9. We know that 3 multiplied by 3 is 9, so we can write the prime factors in the product form of 27 as 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. Now students, when we see the prime factors of 16 and 27, we do not have any common prime factor. So there is no common factor in both the numbers 16 and 27. Therefore, HCF will be equal to 1. Now students, we have the fifth question to find the HCF of 18, 32 and 48. So we write the prime factors of 18 as 2 multiplied by 9. Now 9 is further to be factorized. We know that 3 multiplied by 3 is equal to 9. So we can write the prime factors in the product form of 18 as 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. Similarly, for 32 we know that 2 multiplied by 16 is equal to 32. And further 16 we have to factorize, and we know that 2 multiplied by 8 is 16. So we can write it as 2 into 2 multiplied by 8. Further 8 has to be factorized, and we know that 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. So we can write it as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 4. Now further 4 has to be factorized. We know that 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. So we can write the prime factors in the product form of 32 as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. Now for 48, we know that 2 multiplied by 24 is 48. Now further we have to factorize 24. So we know that 2 multiplied by 12 is 24. So we can write the prime factors as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 12. Now 12 is not a prime number. So further we have to factorize 12. We know that 2 multiplied by 6 is 12. So we can write it as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 6. Now again we have to factorize 6. We know that 2 and 3 are the factors of 6. So we can write the prime factors in the product form of 48 as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3. Now students, when we see the prime factors in the product form of 18, 32 and 48, we can understand that 2 is common in 18, 2 is common in 32 and 2 is common in 48. Now we cannot see or we cannot find any other common prime factor in 18, 30, 32 and 48. Therefore, the common factor 2 occur once in all the numbers 18, 32 and 48. Therefore, HCF is equal to 2. Now students, we have the second question as to find the HCF by division method and reduce to its simplest form. The first fraction given is 275 upon 525. Now over here we know that 275 is smaller one and 525 is bigger one. So the first step is we have to divide the bigger number by the smaller one. So here we will be dividing 525 by 275. Now we know that 275 ones are 275. So from that 1 we will be writing on the right hand side of 525 and we will be subtracting 275 from 525. So we get the remainder as 250. Now in the second step we know that the divisor of the first step will be the dividend in the second step and the remainder of the first step will be the divisor of second step. So we will be dividing 275 by 250. Now here we know that 250 ones are 250. So 1 we will be writing on the right hand side of 275 and we will be subtracting 250 from 275 and we get the remainder as 25. Again, in the third step, we know that we have to take the dividend as the divisor of the second step, that is 250, and we will be taking the remainder obtained in the step 2 as the divisor in step 3. So here we will be dividing 250 by 25. So we know that 25 multiplied by 10 is equal to 250. So 10 we will be writing on the right hand side and 250 we will be subtracting from 250. So we get the remainder as 0. So over here the HCF of 275 and 525 is equal to 25. Now students, we know that to reduce the number to its simplest form, we have to divide the numerator and denominator by the HCF. So we have the numerator as 275 and denominator as 525. So we divide the HCF, that is 25, by the numerator as well as the denominator. So 275 divided by 25 and 525 divided by 25. So we get the simplest form as 11 upon 21. So we can say that the simplest form of 275 upon 525 is 11 upon 21. Now the second question is 76 upon 133. Again the same method we will be following. So 76 is the smaller one and 133 is the bigger one. So in the first step we have to divide the bigger number by the smaller one. So here students, we know that 76 ones are 76. So 1 we will be writing on the right hand side of 133 and 76 we will be subtracting from 133 and we get the remainder as 57. Now in the second step we know that the divisor of the first step will be the dividend in the second step and the remainder obtained in the first step, that is 57, will be the divisor in the second step. So we know that 57 ones are 57. So we will be subtracting 57 from 76 and we get the remainder as 19. Again in the third step we know that the dividend will be the divisor of the second step, that is 57, and the remainder of second step will be the divisor in the third step. So we know that 19 threes is 57. So we will be subtracting 57 and we get the remainder as 0. Therefore, the HCF of 76 and 133 is equal to 19. Again, to reduce the number to its simplest form, we have to divide the numerator and denominator by the HCF. So here we have the numerator as 76 and denominator as 133. So to reduce, we will be dividing 19 by 76 and 133. So we get as 76 divided by 19 upon 133 divided by 19. So we get the simplest form as 4 upon 7. So we can say that 76 upon 133 in its simplest form is 4 upon 7. Now the next question is 161 upon 69. So here also student, 161 is the bigger number and 69 is the smaller number. So the steps for division, again we have to divide the bigger number by the smaller one. So we will be dividing 161 by 69. Here we know that 69 twos are 138. So we will be subtracting 138 from 161. And we get the remainder as 23. Now in the second step, we know that the divisor of first step, that is 69, will be the dividend, and the remainder of the first step will be the divisor, that is 23. Here we know that 23 threes are 69, so we get the remainder as 0. Therefore, the HCF of 161 and 69 is equal to 23. Again, to reduce the number to its simplest form, we have to divide the numerator and denominator by the HCF. So therefore, 161 upon 69 will be equal to, we have to divide it by HCF 23. So it will be 161 divided by 23 upon 69 divided by 23. We get 7 upon 3. So we can say that 161 upon 69 in its simplest form is 7 upon 3. Now students, this is an assignment 1 for you. That is the remaining questions of practice set 12, textbook page number 19. The questions are, you have to find the HCF of first one 105 and 154, second 42, 45 and 48, third 57, 75 and 102, fourth 56 and 57, fifth 777, 315 and 588. Now assignment number 2. These are the extra sums for division method. So you have to find the HCF by division method and reduce to its simplest form. The first question is 27 upon 51. The second question is 195 upon 312. The third question is 15 upon 12. Now students, these are the assignment answers. After solving the sums, you can verify your answers with this. So I have given all the answers for assignment number 1 and assignment number 2. So students, now let us summarize what we have studied in this module. We studied that the HCF defines the greatest factor present in between given 2 or more numbers. HCF is also called the greatest common factor, that is GCF we can call it as. The greatest common divisor or the GCD of 2 or more positive integers when at least one of them is not 0 happens to be the largest positive that divides the numbers without a remainder. We also studied that if one of the given numbers is a divisor of all the others, then it is the HCF of the given number. If no prime number is a common divisor of all the given numbers, then 1 is their HCF because it is the only common divisor. Then we studied that the divisor in the division in which the remainder is 0 is the HCF of the given numbers. Then to reduce the number to its simplest form, we have to divide the numerator and the denominator by the HCF. Thank you, dear students. I will be back with third module for the same chapter. Till then, goodbye and have a nice day.